and welcome back to I Wish a Mother Would. I am super excited about today's show. We are talking all about what moms dread the most and are challenged with the most, which is time management. And I'm here with Kahdijah Boone. Put some respect on your husband's name, baby.
I'm pregnant, so I can't fit the ring no more. But y'all, listen, it's still Boone. It's still good.
It's still Boone. Look, I've known Kahdijah for quite some time. I think I had her son in my performing arts company when he was like in first, not her son,
my brother.
Her brother, when he was in first grade. Yes. And he is now a
sophomore at
FAMU, which is my alma mater. Rattlers, hello. So it's been a long time. I'm definitely so proud of all that you've done throughout the years of knowing you. And right now, she is a mommy to be.
Yes, I got 2 more on the way.
With 2. Yes. So time management is going to be something that you have. Because you also have a little boy who is how old right now?
Leo is 2.5.
2.5.
And busy. And toddlerhood is hood.
Exactly. So. It is hood. That's motherhood for you. So you will have 3 under 3.
Yes.
God bless you.
Thank you. I'm taking all prayers.
We're going to give you all the prayers. Let's get started with a little, we're actually going to start with the story.
Okay.
Uh-oh. And see how you feel about this one.
Okay, let's
Especially since you got new babies on the way, okay?
Okay.
So, one airline plans to find out if solitude-seeking travelers will pay an extra hefty charge to avoid sitting near babies and little kids. Cordon Airlines says that it will sell an adult-only zone where no one under 16 can be on the flights between Amsterdam and Curacao starting in November. The Turkish carrier, that's the airline is a Turkish carrier, says that people traveling without children will have quiet surroundings and parents won't have to worry about their crying or fidgeting children annoying fellow passengers. Cordon announced last week that it will set aside 93 regular seats and 9 extra legroom seats in the adult zone, which has 432 seats in all, and then a wall or a curtain. A wall sounds like your former president.
Exactly.
A wall or a curtain will separate the section from the wailing masses further back. The airline said on its website that it will charge passengers an extra reservation fee of €45 or $49 for the no kids zone, and they would raise it to €100 or $109 for the extra legroom seats. So, what are your thoughts about this little contraption that they're trying to do?
I mean, I do think that if the individual is willing to pay to be seated in a zone that is, or a section of the plane that does not have children, so be it.
Yeah.
However, I don't want it to feel, it shouldn't be like the back of the bus.
You know what I mean? Exactly what it is. Yes. They put the people with the children in the back of the bus.
Yeah. And not to mention, just as much as you don't want to hear that mom's baby cry, she also does not want her baby to cry. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Yes. So essentially, like, I think that just some grace should be given to moms when they're traveling. That crap is hard.
It is hard.
The first time we took Leo on a trip, I had all the things. I had the luggage. I had him a bag. I had me a bag. And me and my husband looking at each other like, never again. Like, literally, we're traveling lighter because it is a lot.
It's a lot.
And then when other people who do not have children pour that little inconsiderate piece on it, it makes it harder.
Right. Because we're going to try our best. Like, we don't want our kids crying.
No.
Now, there are some people that let their kids do whatever they want to do.
Run amok, keep walking them down the aisle. And you do have to consider that flight, like any travel that you're doing, especially when it's international.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long that flight is they were talking about, but
10 hours.
10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time for an adult to sit down, let alone a child.
Yeah.
I just think, maybe more kid-friendly things on the plane would have been a better.
That's a thought.
Yeah, been something like better.
Make a kid zone.
A kid zone instead of
no kid zone.
Anti back of the bus.
I think it's all about how you package things,
it's
right?
It's all about wording. And essentially, like, when do you get into like the fairness of things, right?
Well, because you're still going to hear the kids cry. Let's be clear.
The
If it's
curtain,
a wall or a
the
curtain,
curtain ain't
you're
gonna
hear
stop nothing. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes there is, the kids' ears are popping. They are, they are uncomfortable.
9 times out of 10, that is the problem, because that's when they start crying, right when those ears start popping. And I know when my ears pop, it is not the best thing. And I'm an adult. I have just had to learn how to deal with it, chew some gum or something, but it still hurts.
Yes.
So yeah. I just thought that was an interesting story, and especially because you have 2 on the way and you have 3 under 3. You gotta travel. Like, what are they saying? You can't travel?
Child, we're gonna be on the bus.
We're gonna be out. You might get a little sprinter.
Listen, we're gonna have to do something, because 3 of them in the air, we're gonna have to pray on it.
Yes. Okay, so before we get into your interview, I want to play a game of this or that.
Okay.
So you just pick which one you would prefer.
Okay.
Home cooked meal or restaurant?
Home cooked meal.
All right. Roller coaster or indoor skydiving?
Girl, I ain't did none of them. What I'm doing?
When the babies come out.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster. Okay. Flowers or chocolate?
Flowers.
Beach or pool?
Beach.
Oh, I've been dreaming of the beach. Like, I need to be there, like, right now. Like,
listen,
yesterday.
When they told me I was expecting twins, I was like, so I'm not going to be able to have a baby moon? I'm not going to be able to go nowhere?
Because your travel restrictions are a little bit different now. I'm so sorry. We'll bring the beach to you.
I got 2 trips out of it. I got 2 trips well before.
Okay.
They was like, sit down.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Diamonds or pearls?
Diamonds. Now, I was supposed to say pearls because I'm an AK. I did hear you say that you are a lovely member of Delta Sigma Theta.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But child, us AKs, we love our pearls. Okay. But I would say diamonds.
Okay. Diamonds, diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Housekeeper or private chef?
Both. Both.
This or that, you have to choose.
I'm
that.
All right, well, I'll pick. I do not have a private chef, so I guess I'll pick a housekeeper. Now, This is the thing. I love we work so hard. So for my house to be clean, I didn't have to do it.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's part of time management, maybe.
Yeah.
That's part of time management. Yeah. Gym, go to the gym or walk in the park?
Walk in the park.
Okay.
It's something about those machines. I just don't like the ugh.
Yeah. So just walk in the park and enjoy the scenery, the fresh air. Travel back in time or to the past or to the future?
Past.
To the past. Why?
Because if Katie knew what she knows now, it would be a whole different ball game.
Perspective.
Yes. And I do feel like, essentially, even like looking back on my life, I think a lot of the time we're so in a rush to move forward that if I would have just took some more time being in the now of the past, that would be much better.
And you understand that now where we didn't understand that before.
And worrying about the future and seeing all that's stressful.
It is. It is.
I will go back a little, give me some more time.
I love that perspective because I'm like, I don't like looking back, but you're right. Like
you're not looking back at what the past really was. You're not dwelling on the past. You're not
you're reliving.
Yeah, you're reliving your life in a way that now that, hey, I am me and I understand and I'm unapologetic about who I am. Now I can, I can grab this bull by the horns and really take advantage of it.
I love it. Yes. Thank you so much. That was a fun little game of this or that. Now with that,
you gotta add some both in there sometime.
No. Okay. Why would I choose between this one and that one that I can have both?
Yeah. Exactly. With this or that, them. Exactly.
Right. I identify as them, both.
Both of them.
Yes, both of them. Okay, so let's get into this good conversation that we shall have.
Okay.
Talking about time management and all the good juicy things, okay?
Yeah.
So time management is super critical for moms that juggle various responsibilities.
Yes.
What are some of the most prominent challenges that you face in managing your time?
Whew. I think getting caught in the small things a lot of the time is what really disrupts my time management because, I have this on my schedule for today. I know the outline. I know what I have to do. But then monkey wrench, here comes this. They called me to pick up the baby. Or, my husband has something on his agenda that I didn't know about. So now it's like you're having to rearrange what your time management look like.
Exactly.
Those are the biggest monkey wrenches. But I think that at that point, you just have to understand every day is different.
Correct.
If you plan and overplan, mommyhood is going to give you a new plan. And literally you just kind of have to go with it.
Right.
I think and that's the best thing that I learned becoming a mom is that I'm not in control. And I did do some therapy and stuff, and the consensus was my therapist was like, you're a control person. Not controlling, but a control person. So I like to have order in things. I know how I want them. I know, and it's not like I'm not like a stickler or nothing like that. Like not
but if you
stiff.
You can have a word in it. You want to make sure that it's what it needs to be.
Oh, I'm very sure. I am very sure. I am very certain about what I want. I've researched it. I've overthought it. I've thought about it 60 times, and now when I come, I know what I want.
Now, what kind of line of work are you in? Because it's got to be aligned with that.
Girl, I'm crazy. So I work in sales. So I sell advertising, and that is very different. That world is like,
yeah.
So, but with time management and a strategic plan, you can, that's what you need to make it work. Because if not, you'll be all over the place.
Right, because that's a high stress type job.
High stress type job, and that's even more reason why everything in my life has to be, managed well. And I say that because, we all have friends and family, and my family is very close, and I can easily get pulled in a different direction from my own plan. From friends and family, just the obligations of life. I'm a new mom. He's 2, so a lot of my friends are like, well, when are we gonna do this again? When are we gonna do that? And literally, it's like a lot of times I'm not able to.
Right.
And I have to even manage some
expectations,
some girlfriend, some just me time in there.
Yeah.
With balancing the expectations of friends and family.
Yeah. So with that being said, like, tell me about your village and how important of a role they play in all of that.
Oh my goodness. So I have an amazing village. So I'm having twins. My mom is a twin. So I have basically like 2 mamas. My dad is very active. My son calls him GP. So he's very active in my son's life. I have 3 grandmas. Yes, 2 of them are in Atlanta. My other grandmother is in Virginia. So literally we have a lot of support. And I do, at first I used to feel guilty to lean on that support. Not anymore. And it helps with my time management because I'm lucky, blessed. My parents will get my baby 3 times a week, girl. I don't know how they're going to do with 3. I don't know how they're going to do when 3
They're
comes.
excited. I know they are.
They are over the moon. But I will say they allow me and my husband to have time. So it makes the time management easier when you have the help. But also, I don't want to discourage people who don't have that family unit because you still, your routine is what gives you the time that you need to decompress. It gives you the time that you need to get things done. And I will say, I noticed with my time management, when I had, these big goals, it was like a monkey on my back. But when I started making a list of things and then being able to cross those things off the list, my list may take a week. Yeah. It may take 2 weeks, but
it's a smaller chunk.
A smaller chunk of, to-dos. It made it easier. And I'm nesting, y'all. So the house is like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. And I had to take a step back.
Right.
Because I can't do it all,
you can't do all of that.
And you ask husband to move.
And it won't happen today.
To move the, can you move this dresser? And then, I send hints. I'll scoot it out a little bit. Pull it, do something. It's not happening today. It's not happening next week. But it will happen. And I had to, find comfort in the fact that where I'm a now person, I can't do it now.
Right.
So I got to give him a little bit of time. And I have started like making us both lists.
Yes. And so I want to get to this last piece because you are like, you manage that time, but then you also do things in philanthropy.
Yes.
I know your mom, your dad, they've all like always been really philanthropic and have lots of organizations that they give back to others, and you can't pour from an empty cup. So how are you managing that, and like tell us about what you have coming up with those endeavors?
So honestly, the philanthropy stuff refuels me. So you know how people say like, what do you do that gives you, like what fills you? Well, for me, it's that.
Mm-hmm.
I love giving back. I've always loved giving back. And now that my husband and I were building our family, that's one of the things that we recently sat down and talked about, which is how do we pass this along to our children? We've always both been really involved in my parents, both of their organizations. My mom has Sisters United of Atlanta. My dad has the Q Parker Legacy Foundation. And with those, we've both been really involved.
Yeah.
However, we have to do a Boone Family Foundation. So I nicknamed it the BFF. Just because our focus is family, and I want my kids to know, to recognize that they are blessed. They have, they have grandparents, they have parents, they have a whole village around them. But not everybody has that. And I want them to know giving back matters. You giving a part of yourself to someone else and wanting nothing back is important. Those values I have to have in my babies.
Amen. Amen. Shout out to the mothers that teach their children how to give back and not expect anything in return. Is so important in 2023 and beyond.
It is. No, for sure.
So important.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find, follow, and love on you, because you are just, oh my God, sweet as apple pie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @ForeverKD. I welcome, let's talk about mommyhood. Let's talk about all the things. When the foundation, we're in the starting steps to that, and I can't wait to get it like funded and we off the ground and we got all this stuff going.
Yeah.
But when we do that, I will announce that on my Instagram page. And what else?
That's it.
Okay.
They know where to find you, girl. And when are the babies coming?
Okay, so I'm having twins. My due date is January 8th.
Okay.
But twins, they can come whenever.
Whenever they want. They might be Christmas babies.
Exactly. we're just praying that they get nice and healthy and filled with protein and all the things I'm supposed to eat that I'm like, oh, I want to eat that. Yeah.
Exciting. Thank you so much for coming on. And I will see you guys in the cooking segment next. Hey guys, and welcome back to a Help a Mother Out craft. So today I'm going to show you a craft that you can use in a multitude of ways, and it's going to be something that's creative that you can do at home, but it's also going to be helpful to use at home, which I always love helpful crafts. All right, I'm using some simulated Jenga blocks, but this is a tumbling tower, and we found it at the $1.25 store, okay? So you can find this tumbling tower at the $1.25 store if they still have them in stock, or you can use a regular Jenga game. And then I'm using a labeler. Specifically, I'm using the P-Touch Embellish labeler by Brother, but you can use any labeler you have at home. So I'm going to tell you right now, this might be a problem, but we're going to see. We're going to see how I can get these blocks out. I kept the plastic around them so that I could ease it off, but y'all just pray for me, okay? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, look, I'm doing good. Here we go. So what we're going to do with this is I'm going to give you a couple of options of things you can do with these blocks, okay? You can use these blocks. I know every mother's problem every evening is, what is she cooking for dinner, okay? So you can use these blocks and you can add on all of the main recipes that you always make for dinner, right? You always have a rotation. I used to do a monthly calendar where I used to just fill in all of the different foods that we had, and then I would just use the calendar and I'd meal plan for a month, okay? So you can take all of the different meals. You can put spaghetti on one, pizza on one, chicken Parmesan on another one, fettuccine Alfredo on another one, and you can use your label to do that. And then somebody and your family can choose the block and pick out what's going to be for dinner. And y'all could do it for the week, or you could do it for the day. Probably for the week I would do, so you can already poke it out and have it planned so you know what's going on for the week, okay? Another thing that you can do with these blocks is activities. So there's different activities that your kids can do at home. I'm sure you have go-to activities all the time, whether it's read a book, whether it's play with your blocks, whether it's do some artwork, whether it's go outside. Maybe sometimes you want to add in play a video game or play Roblox. Oh my gosh. But you can add those activities on these blocks, and then they're like, Mom, I'm bored. And you can say, well, go choose an activity to do, and they can do it on these Jenga blocks. So the possibilities are endless. I'm going to go ahead and create a block right now just to show you an example of how this will work, and we're going to pray that the Jenga tower does not fall. For me. So specifically, I'm going to do an activity, and I'm going to say paint. All right. So if the kid wants to paint or play with their Play-Doh or their Model Magic, they can do that. I'm going to print it out on this printer. These are 1/2-inch strips. So the 1/2-inch strips fit pretty well on the blocks. And then I have the word paint. And then I'm going to put it on a block, okay? So I'm going to try to dig a block from the middle just because I want to challenge myself, and I'm so ready for this to fall. All right, I'm pulling a block from the middle. I'm going to add the word paint on the block. I probably printed it too long, but it's okay. I'll tuck it to the sides. You just take the label, and your label may not be black. It'll be white or something like that. Take the label, put it on the block. It's perfect. There's an activity to do. So then I slide it in, back in. And then if my kid chooses that, they will have the word paint. Like, Mom, I don't know what to do. So then I'm sticking it out. And then we have paint. Perfect. So you have activities you can do. You have food choices you can do for dinner, which for me, as a mother, you have to decide what everybody's going to eat for the rest of their lives. For the rest of their lives. Take that in. Okay? So food, activities, things that go outside, all of those options you can do on these blocks. You can also do prompts, like journal prompts, where you can say, how was your day? Or what was something that made you smile today? And they can write a response to you, or they could talk to you about this. So you can do it at dinner. It's a dinner prompt. Oh, who was very kind to you today? Who were you kind to today? You can do all of that on these little blocks. You just minimize your font a little bit more, and you can add so many different things, or you can create 2 different stacks. So say I want to use this stack for dinner. I want to use this stack for activities. And I want to use this stack for dinner prompts. I knew something was going to fall, okay? You can use 3 different stacks and have those different activities or things, and you can paint your blocks based on what topic they are. So these could be painted pink because they're going to be dinner activity or dinner prompts. These could be painted yellow because they're activities. And then these could be painted blue because they're dinner, okay? They're actual dinner meals, okay? So that is my Help a Mother Out craft. If you give this a try, make sure you tag at Dasher Creations, or you hashtag Help a Mother Out or Wish a Mother Would podcast. We will see you next time in our next craft segment. Welcome back to the Help a Mother Out cooking segment with Coach Chef Kim.
Hi, guys.
What do we have going on? Because I'm ready to eat already.
So today we're going to upscale your leftovers.
Oh.
Yeah. So I live in a household with people who don't like to eat leftovers, and that just doesn't work for me, okay? So one of the things that I tell moms all the time, when you are trying to save money but feed your family, use chicken breasts. Mm-hmm. Now, we know that chicken breasts will dry out if you overcook them or if you don't do them correctly. So on the blog, this particular recipe has me making the chicken and the egg rolls all at one time. Oh. However, there's a new video up where I recorded doing this today, and I put the chicken in a crock pot.
So the reason I put it in the crock pot is because I had a whole lot of things to do. And I was like, this is a perfect recipe for busy moms. So when you're like, okay, I need to feed my family. I don't know what I'm going to feed them. Let's do chicken. So I put the chicken in the crock pot, let her sit there until I was ready to put the egg rolls together. It literally takes like less than 10 minutes to do the egg roll portion of this. And that's creating them and cooking them.
Okay.
So the other things you can use if you don't want to cook your chicken on the same day, leftover chicken that you've already done, rotisserie chicken. So go into your favorite big box store, get you that $5 rotisserie chicken. Yep. Use that. You could also do this in any flavor with chicken.
Okay.
So wherever there's a sauce, you can turn it into an egg roll.
Gotcha. Now, how do you think this would be? Like, we do a lot sometimes of like substituting chicken with chickpeas, like on like our meatless Mondays or something like that. Could we do a chickpea, like a buffalo chickpea or something like that?
As long as it holds its shape. So as long as it's not something that's runny, where it's going to run out of our egg roll, we want it to be something that's going to sit there.
Got it.
So you can do anything.
Okay. I'm ready.
So I took my chicken, I added a buffalo sauce to it, and then I just stirred it up and I shredded it.
Okay.
That was it. Very simple.
Very.
You can use any type of sauce. You can use barbecue sauce. You can do sweet chili. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You can do ranch.
Ooh.
You can do honey mustard. If your kids are like, I only eat ketchup, you can put ketchup on the chicken if you would like. Or just make this without a sauce and let them dip it into the ketchup.
Look at you.
And can you do this with ground turkey, ground beef, or anything else? Absolutely. Literally leftover meatloaf. Chop it up and put it in there and roll it up.
Okay.
The next thing my kids have decided that I need to do is Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh.
Can we egg roll Thanksgiving leftovers?
With the macaroni cheese and the yams
and put it all together.
Sauce
How
and
do you
turkey?
Yep.
Praise God.
Yeah. So I'll let you know how that works.
Food is always great.
When it comes back. So now, depending on if you have little kids, big kids, adults, that's going to determine how much filling you're going to give it. Okay. So I'm going to slide this over here to you. You can put you some in there. So I like to use 2 egg roll wrappers. There's a better crunch when you do 2. You can do 1. It just feels a little greasy to me. And I don't really like it.
Yeah, and I felt like mine were like falling apart when I did 1 as well, but I probably just didn't know what I was doing. So you're going to show me what to do.
I am. So that happens too. So we're going to set this to the side. So once you have it, I'm going to put our water right here.
Okay.
So we're going to kind of angle it where it's almost a triangle, but not really.
Okay.
Because it's not really a full square. Okay. So you're going to bring it a little bit closer, just a tiny bit, because we've got to roll it. So if you put it in the center, you're going to have a whole lot of leftover.
Okay.
So then take as much cheese or as little cheese, no cheese, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The cheese is not necessary.
Okay.
And then you're going to take the first one and roll it over.
Okay. Yep.
And then roll one more time, just a little bit. So then that leaves us with the edges. So this edge is out, this edge is out, this edge is out. That's when you're going to dip in some water. And this is our glue. So you're going to put the water all the way around it.
So you don't have to use egg wash on it.
You do not. So if your kid has an egg allergy,
like mine does,
it doesn't work. Water works.
Yay.
It's also too expensive to be cracking eggs just to put an egg wash around the end. So you heard it from me. I said you don't have to do that. Use water.
Okay.
All right. Now, because we are using water though, what does that mean? It means you're not going to take this and drop it over in the hot grease.
Okay. What are you going to do?
You're going to give it a second.
Okay. How many seconds?
Literally no. So I make all of my egg rolls first and then I heat the oil.
Okay.
Because if you do it the other way around, your oil is going to be too hot. And when you get ready to cook your egg rolls, you're going to burn them. So make all your egg rolls at once because I'm telling you, this literally takes like 3 minutes frying. Okay. That's it. Okay. So I have them all, I let them sit. And then since they are the flap side down, it's sealing it.
Like a press seal.
Exactly. So if you let that sit for a couple of minutes until they're all done, and then make sure you grab them by the first ones that you did, and then you're going to put it into your hot oil. So the reason for that is if you ever put like water into grease, it's going to pop you.
It will pop you.
So we make sure that it doesn't do that. So then you take them, you put them in your oil. You can use vegetable oil, canola oil, I used avocado oil today. It doesn't really matter.
Look,
just make sure it's a neutral oil.
Ooh, this is warm. I'm over here creeping. I'm ready. Okay.
And then you put them in flat side down. Is it yummy?
Oh my God.
It's always delicious.
Put it on. Oh,
I've never had an egg roll that wasn't delicious. So it's always
dip
delicious.
This in some ranch with my barbecue.
It would work literally with anything. So you can come up with whatever type of like dressing you want to do. You can do a ranch dressing. You can do a blue cheese dressing. It doesn't really matter. You can do more buffalo sauce if that's what you like. This is mild.
That's it right there. Tell the people where they can find you, where they can find this recipe, because I'm...
So if you want to enjoy this recipe just like Shanequa, make sure you visit me at coachchefkim.com and you can type in egg rolls. This is not the only egg roll recipe there. I think you'll be surprised. We've got savory and sweet egg rolls on the site.
Sweet. All right. Thank you, guys. We will see you next time on our Help a Mother Out cooking segment. So you have a toddler and toddlers like to stay busy.
Yes.
So what are some activities you can do, or tell our viewers some activities they can do at home with their children? Probably like 3.
Yeah, so for me, I love to do like hands-on things with him. So like if it is, he helps me prepare dinner, right? That has been amazing. Of course, safety first, but I do feel like it keeps him busy while I'm doing dinner, and it helps me to actually get it done.
And let's talk about it. Boys can cook. It's okay for boys. Like, man, we're not going to go there. Just keep going.
Yes. I'm also a mom that I do believe in, just like we need some kind of like stimulation that's not in our home. Like I believe in taking him places. So we go to Disney on Ice. I do a lot of research to make sure that I find like different things to do around the city. Stuff like that. And then one of my favorites. So my husband and I, our biggest thing when buying the house was a yard. So we built Leo a playhouse in the backyard. And I love to just go out there and sit with him and let him play in his playhouse. My baby is all boy, and he loves to be outside.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's something that we can do easy from home.
Easy.
And with me being pregnant right now, I'm taking him on my walks and stuff like that. So just outdoor things.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing those activities, because I know toddler moms are always looking for something for their babies to do.
Yes.
All right. Thank you again for coming on. I wish a mother would.